James Shields signing autographs after he gave a hug to his mom and his dad. He's a local boy for Shields. No more pitching in the 2007 season. The Rays citing just a little precautionary reasons with some arm fatigue. So Shields is shut down. That's why J.P. Howell getting the start today. If you have been at home and tried to follow a Rays game on MLB.com or DevilRays.com, and you clicked on Game Day, where all the action happens right on your computer screen, we've got the guys who run the show for that process back at Tropicana Field. Robert and Dave, they've been doing it for 2 years now in St. Petersburg, and here's a closer look at how that whole process and Robert and Dave put it together.
Yeah, I'm physically employed by MLB Advanced Media, and they handle the whole statistics side of baseball for MLB. The job that I do actually is transmitted to MLB.com, and then the stats itself go to ESPN. A lot of other entities purchase the stats from us that we produce.
You have to learn an entirely new system when you get involved with MLB.com Game Day. You know, it's kind of like being a player. When you're a player and you're thinking about what am I going to do if the ball's hit to me, I'm thinking when the runners get on the bases, a bases loaded situation, a forced play situation, I'm thinking in my mind ahead of time what's going to happen if the ball is hit to one of these particular players. It's sort of like that.
Along with a series of interviews prior to getting the job, both Robert and Dave had to pass a special kind of a baseball final exam.
One of the most extreme, about 15-page baseball quizzes imaginable. I think I did pretty well on that. I think one of my favorites was what are the 8 ways to get on base? And I think I came up with 6 relatively easy, and then the other 2 took a little bit more thinking, a little bit of research.
And can they quickly recite those ways now?
Absolutely not. Thanks, Seth.
Oh, no, not without help.
Really what it is it goes in and allows people to, they're not near a TV, they're not near a radio, and they want to follow their team.
It allows the person who logs into MLB.com to watch the game virtually in real time, but not see it on television.
It's a lot of people that are in their office, they're on the computer, people at home, or even myself. I find myself doing this all the time. When I'm watching the Devil Rays from at home, I have the game cast running of other games. So I have my TV, and then I might even have the Devil Ray game when they're away, or even if they're home watching one of the guys here do it, to follow along and see it on the computer.
You'll see where the pitches are. You'll see where the base hits go, how the runs are created, the pitching changes, the batting order, all kinds of information, in-depth information about the individual players. The players in the field, their fielding percentages, the batters at the plate, what they're doing that particular day and what they've done throughout the season and, frankly, throughout their career.
This is what we call the client, Total Baseball. This is something that MLB obviously owns the rights to and has created. Both starting pitchers are warming up. They're both in the pen. So very simply, I just go up here, game status, and warm-ups. Say yes to that. And now people watching all around the world will see that the 2 starting pitchers are warming up for the game. When the team takes the field, I have a little cheat sheet here that I double-check with the numbers. A good part, I noticed tonight already that both teams have numbers in the front of their uniforms. So this is just for me very important between innings. It happens a lot more in the later innings. But another big part of my job is checking any substitutions.
The majority of the time, the code that we enter into the client is relatively simple, but sometimes there is some rather complicated code. But we have handlers at MLB.com who help us with that. But after you've worked a few games, you kind of get used to where the codes, where the keystrokes are inside the code, and it's really not that difficult.
Approximately, there's 150 of us in the United States at the MLB level. You got a swing or a call on that? I got a ball. I got a ball too, a ball outside. LeVar, we're already back, and we're 1 pitch behind. But we're going to get a strike, swing in. Double. Run scoring, hit in the play. Run scoring play, yes. Ball was picked up. It hit there, but the ball was picked up approximately there.
I have a lot of respect for the guys who work in the press box, being from the media end of it. You know, just like the players on the field who work their way through the minor leagues, to get the opportunity to cover a major league club like the Devil Rays is a lifelong goal for many of these guys, and I totally respect that.
I felt really blessed to get the job. I think it's unbelievable every day that I'm sitting in this press box at a major league game, that I'm one of 150 people doing it at the major league level. Got to be perfect. No excuses. These stats are far too important. Too many people out there that need them right.
All right, now you have a little closer look, a little insider knowledge of how that works on MLB.com. That Game Day Live, Robert and Dave getting the job done at Tropicana Field. The Rays hope that J.P. Howell can get the job done on short notice today. J.P.